Welcome guys, you are Sólstafir, Svabbi, Addi. So I remember you guys, you know, long time ago. I remember people writing letters to Kerrang, I think, at least saying, you know, somebody please sign up Sólstafir. I remember some buzz, you know, abroad early on.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's we had quite an unusual story with that. We were never gonna play live. You know, we were gonna be that band that never played live.
Yeah.
And we were never gonna release any album in Iceland, which we still haven't.
Yeah.
We never released an album in Iceland.
Yeah.
So you know, we did a demo, and our second demo got released in Czech Republic.
Yeah.
So we were already in these international underground market. So there was always a buzz around us because, you know, we were an unusual band from Iceland, which still are a bit.
Yeah.
So, you know, we were always, we found it more interesting to be writing letters all over the world and, you know, sort of living in that world instead of playing at the local bar, the local punk band.
Yeah. We have a few questions your fans have submitted, so let's just get right to it. Addi, how did you get the idea to use a part of horse bridle bit for guitar trap? I'm a horse addict. Do you know what she's referring to?
Yeah. It's a guitar strap. I couldn't afford the real one.
Ah, okay.
So I went to my dad's stables and I made a new one.
Yeah, okay.
For free.
Yeah, and a long time ago.
2 years ago,
Yeah.
3 years ago.
And you just needed a strap. And
of course, they had to be cool.
yeah, of course. I have no idea what your lyrics mean since I don't speak your language, but the emotion of your music has been a great inspiration. What's your studio gear like, and do you use different equipment when you play live?
Oh my God. Well, it's basically the same similar studio setup, you know, rehearsal, and it mostly just us. It comes from us playing.
Yeah,
It's I don't know, the gear, we try to be as analog as possible, but of course Pro Tools and computers, that we use that.
Do you guys, the way you rehearse and record, is it similar from, you know, can people experience the similar thing from the studio album when they see you live?
I think it's way more intimate and more powerful live.
Yeah.
I feel that at least.
Okay.
We've often used a lot of stuff in the studio. Once we flew to Sweden, and you know, the guy asked us, so what sort of stuff do you use? And I made a complete list. We use all this stuff, so we have to, you know, what do you have? So what can we skip bringing? He said, I have it all. I have all this stuff on your list. We were great. He showed up, he had nothing. He had none of the gear that he said he had. So we had to record an album with completely different gear. But it's all the same. It's reverb, delays, it's a bass guitar, it's a Hammond organ, it's the same stuff, different brands.
Yeah.
I think it's more of the, like, you know, when he said it's us, you tweak each piece of equipment to your ears and to your mind, what you think it's. I have a good friend that has 20 snare drums, they all sound the same. You tune the stuff how you want it to sound like. A little bit different, but you know, if it's a quality stuff, it doesn't matter.
No.
I have lots of Gibson guitars, and sometimes lots of Gibsons and Fenders, and sometimes I don't even use the stuff in the studio.
No. I once saw you perform your own composition to the cult Viking movie, When the Raven Flies, and it was fantastic. Have you thought about working on film scores?
Me and you have thought about doing, you know, personally, doing some scoring for either filming or something else, but not Not with a band.
Well,
No,
when we did get this assignment for the Flight of the Raven, we only had a month. So we thought it would have been great if we had gotten even more time. It would have been a dream come true to rewrite a score for the movie, but we only had a month.
Mm-hmm.
So who knows? I'm sure we'll do something like that later on.
What is your most memorable moment on tour?
I think you have to wait for the book.
Yeah. Okay. Might there be a book about Sólstafir?
Too much stuff has happened. We have to do it one day. I guess we'll do it the Guns N' Roses way or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Each of us will make his own, and they'll all be, not connected to each other.
Yeah.
And to clear this up, there are already some stories going around about this band, which come from a certain perspective. They might not be true. One person say, this is my truth. If or when I read it, it's absurd. So that book will be different than mine, trust me, completely different. So,
Yeah, okay. But you have how old is the band? How old is it?
20 years.
20 years. And a lot of things, and still going strong. There's nothing, you love doing what you do.
We've been a touring band for 10 years.
Yeah. Okay.
We didn't go outside of Iceland the first 10 years. So, the last 10 years we've been touring band, going from playing 2 gigs abroad into 170 a year. So, a lot of things has happened the last 2 years.
So,
and, good things and bad things.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, recently, a lot of bad things happened. But trust me, a lot of good things have happened.
Yeah.
The band survived.
Yeah.
Instead of going into that. But so there's definitely material. There is a story there.
Yeah.
And maybe one day, Svel will write his and
you will write yours. Yeah. Okay.
This would be a chapter in my book that's gonna come out when I'm dead, around 80.
You're gonna live that long, at least?
Yeah.
Next question from Eiríkur Sigmundsson from Iceland. Finally, a question from Iceland. I've been to a lot of Sólstafir gigs through the years. You guys are the most hardworking band I know of, and so many times there's a lot of Spinal Tap in you. Recently, things have been really picking up for you guys, and you really deserve it. So my question is, why the amazing perseverance?
I don't think you've been in a band if you haven't had Spinal Tap moments.
Yeah.
Because it's a true story. It's, things will happen when you start touring or, just... So, I don't know, we want to write music. And personally, I always think that, we've never written good enough song. I always want to write the next greatest song.
Yeah.
So, when we're writing a song, I always imagine it as a golden castle that I'm walking towards. And, then we are in the studio, we're almost getting to the castle and see it like it's shining. Like in Pulp Fiction when you open the suitcase.
Yeah.
That's the next song.
Yeah.
But then, the song is recorded, it's on the vinyl, and it's good, but it's not good enough. Let's do a new song.
Yeah.
Let's do a new album. So that circle never stops.
Yeah.
It's, you want to make better music. And stagnation is just death.
Yeah.
It's creativity is like oxygen. So in order to live, gotta create. And stagnation is the anti-creation, it's death. So it's just the force of nature.
Yeah.
Good enough answer.
Yeah, it is. It's an excellent answer. And you never get tired of this, of this search for the...
Of course. Sometimes it fucking sucks.
But you keep on.
Of course.
Yeah.
The good moments are, they wage out, of course, the bad moments.
Yeah. Well, you are obviously a very happy band about where you play.
Yeah.
You're always obviously very thankful for, everywhere you've been. You talk, with a lot of love.
Yeah, of course. We get a lot of love from people wherever we go. people have made us dolls, you know, this homemade dolls out of us. And
Of you guys?
Yeah, they bring us
dolls.
parent gifts and say something, we save their lives or help them with something difficult
you know,
in their lives.
We've had through the time beer from the local brewery or some rare breed of chocolate.
Yeah, okay.
Homemade shirts and.
Do you keep all that stuff,
of
like
course.
you know, the dolls and the shirts?
Yeah,
and all
we
that?
have flags. You know, we put them in the hearse space. Yeah, you have it all.
Yeah.
One guy in Russia, he gave me a piece of wood. He gave me a piece of wood.
Just a piece of wood?
Yeah, and he was holding my hand. He have to take this. It's really important to me. Looked me in the eyes and like, okay, sure it is. And I was at the airport. I had it in my hand luggage, and like this, it was 13 kilos. It can only be 8 kilos.
Yeah.
And the lady at the airport said, you have to remove 5 kilos from your case. And I thought, damn, and I was opening my case and, you know, taking some books and putting into his, and I had this piece of wood. I had thrown it away. And he said, I can't throw this away. It's a piece of wood, but the guy would never forgive me.
It meant a lot.
So it's in my living room today.
Yeah, okay, that's great.
So it gives us a lot.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay.
Meeting all these people. It's not like we're coming home with millions, but you know, so it gives us lots, definitely. You get paid in different treasury.
Yeah, exactly. Next question from Øystein Vasil from Norway. I listened to you guys when you were playing black metal back in the old days. Your music has changed a lot, although your atmo has in many ways stayed the same. Was the change in music a natural progress or something that you planned on?
Svavar?
The change in music, if I remember right, we were horrible at playing black metal. We couldn't play at all. Yeah, it was just really bad, believe me. You wouldn't have liked it. It was just like noise. And we were not tight. Far from it.
You were always playing drunk.
No, not. Yeah, that could maybe.
That's one explanation.
But one day he showed up with reverb or delay pedal, and
Yeah, I sold my old apartment, and all of a sudden I had all this, you know, 5 million in my bank account. So I went to the guitar store and bought every pedal I ever wanted. So, you know, it was the reverb and, you know, delay and phase shifter and all this stuff. So we just, you know, now we gotta write songs with these pedals.
And we were always like, we write melodic, you know, stuff way better than we write black metal. So why don't we just do the things we're good at?
But then again, it's been so many years. I mean, this first album, full-length album that we did, was written in 1997 and 8. It came out in 2002. It was the whole history of delays.
Yeah.
So then in 2003, we were, you know, in 2003 we were definitely writing the music, same style that we are today. We never, you know, said, oh, let's change our music.
Yes,
That you know, that conversation never occurred.
No. Yeah.
Who wants to make the same album for 20 years?
Yeah, exactly.
If Metallica only made Kill 'Em All, we would never have gotten Saint Anger. You know. But you know, so you know, you get my point. It's you know, you wanna.
So it came naturally.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, next question is the last question from Rolf Alberg from Sweden. This is a question for you, Addi. What is your favorite Sólstafir song and why?
Oh. Undir jökli. It's from you know, it's from my first full-length album. I don't know. It's I think it's basically when we were. I remember when the album came out in 2002. I remember Arnar Eggert, an Icelandic music journalist, said, "So, why do you sound like Sonic Youth all of a sudden? Have you been listening to Sonic Youth?" I said, "I've never heard about Sonic Youth." So we were just ripping off the Smashing Pumpkins. We were a black metal band, and I just started ripping off the Smashing Pumpkins because I thought Billy Corgan was the greatest guitar player I even heard of. So that sort of was the beginning of basically our style today. And we just, we listened to Mogwai. We were rehearsing with Stavran Hákon. So we got into Mogwai and the Pumpkins, and still listen to Darkthrone and black metal band. So I think it was one of the beginnings of what we are today. It's not really my favorite song, but it sticks out as a really important song in our career.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that was the last question. I want to thank you guys.
Can we go now?
Yeah. I want to really thank you guys for being here, and I hope we can do this again. More questions.
Not a chance.
Thank you.